Hello, right. Why some people want you to fail. And it's true, some people do. And I've got examples of this. So this has come from, I put a post up last week, and I'll go into that in a minute. And it's kind of along that, but just talking about it, but it's become prominent again. And I've had a couple of conversations over the last few days with a couple of different people who've said very similar things, right? About friends or family members or whatever. People who are meant to support you through whatever you're doing, okay? Regardless of what it is, you know, being a mum, dad, getting a new job, wanting to get fitter, stronger and healthier, you know, anything. Doing anything to challenge yourself or anything new or even anything that you are doing, just trying to do it better. Okay? There are people out there who will want you to fail. Kurt's on. Hello, Kurt. There are people out there who will want you to fail, and not maliciously. They just will. Because of their own failings. Okay? Now, couple of examples. I'm obviously not going to be naming names or anything, but I've spoken to a couple of people over the last few days who've had this exact thing that I'm talking about, this exact issue. Okay, so somebody, I've mentioned this person before, who's lost 3.5 stone, right? 3.5 stone on one of my programs. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, this person was saying, you know, it got to the end of the week, it got like Friday or something, and they were like, I've only done one workout this week because I've had a rubbish week and I've been feeling really bad. And they were very quiet. You know, I didn't hear from them for the whole week. I was still putting things in the group and everything, but I was like, and then I was getting, not concerned, you know, because these things happen, but then it was like, on the Friday, it was like, sorry, I've been quiet, I've had a really rubbish week, I've only worked out once, and I've just realised why. This person, I've just realised why. Okay? And I was like, okay, and it was because somebody had said something to them on the Sunday before, you know, this person said, has lost 3.5 stone. Somebody said to them, you've still got a long way to go. Okay? Now that's just like a smack in the face, isn't it? That's a smack in the face. Like, why would you say that to somebody? If somebody you know who wants to lose weight, who wants to look better, feel better, who's had a tough time and just wants to be the best version of themselves, this person's been saying, and then you as a loved one then say to them, yeah, but you still got a long way to go. It's like, that's just not nice. It's not nice. It's not nice, okay? However, I get it. And I do. Okay? So, this was on the Sunday that somebody said something to this person. And then by the Friday, this was when they said, sorry, I've had a really rubbish week. And they'd only just worked out why. So this comment went, they let it go. Didn't really think they were thinking about it. Got to the Friday, still feeling rubbish, and then worked out why, and it was because of this comment, which is when I said to this person, I said, right, just have a think about why they've said that. Why did someone say that to you? Okay? And the likelihood is it's because you're making a positive change, you've lost 3.5 stone, okay? That makes them think, bugger, you're sorting yourself out, and I'm not. It might be that, it might not, I don't know, but that's usually what I find, okay? So, I said this was in the post I put up last week, and I put it as a meme or whatever the hell you call them, but others will judge your progress by their own limitations, okay? Others will judge your progress by their own limitations. And if they see you doing something that they're not necessarily not comfortable with, but it might make them feel a bit uncomfortable because it's like, well, hang on, you're making this change that I could possibly make, but I can't. For some reason, I just can't. And you can. Somehow you can. You're doing it, and that makes me feel bad. That makes them feel bad, so then they might make you feel bad without thinking about it. Okay? So this person, same people again, had the same thing that today, in fact. Today, I heard from this person this morning, and it was the same person had said a very similar thing to them again, like 2-3 weeks down the line. It's a very similar thing. However, mindset change, right? So the person who's lost 3.5 stone was like, I feel really sorry. I feel really sorry for this other one because they've got some shit to deal with. And how much of a win is that? How much progress is that? Regardless of losing weight, feeling better, feeling stronger, healthier, how much progress is it that has been made in the fact that if this person was on their own and wasn't part of a program, not necessarily my program, but just a program that is helping them out, if they weren't part of that, other person says you've still got a long way to go, that can just stop you in your tracks because you're on your own, and then you end up giving up. Okay. However, as part of the program, it's a mindset shift and everything. I know that's a big thing these days. I don't like using the word mindset, but anyway, you need to get some mental toughness, right? Because there's going to be a lot of changes, and they're going to get resistance from people, right? Regardless of whether they are positive changes or not, it's how these people perceive those changes to be. So even if you're making a positive change of losing weight, getting fitter, stronger, and healthier, somebody can see that as a negative change for them, not for you, for them. Okay? So this person then said this morning, I feel really sorry because they said that, because that means they've got their own shit to deal with, and that is a massive shift, okay? And there was somebody else I was speaking to this week who's had very similar, somebody who should know better. People should or shouldn't, I don't like those words, because you should be doing this. It's like, yeah, but you're not. So it just is what it is, right? However, there's certain people can go through life and just think they can say whatever they like, which is kind of like cool, you can. However, if you're saying it to bring someone back down to your level, it's not a good reason to do something. It's trying to prevent someone from making a positive change because you feel bad about it, okay? And I've been working a lot on this on myself. I've done loads of it, which is why I'm trying to help other people get through that as well, okay? And it's working. It works. However, like I said, there's somebody else who I've been speaking to this week who's had very similar, and somebody said something about them. Oh, it doesn't look like you've lost weight, basically, is what they said to them. It doesn't look like it's working. However, if you're feeling stronger, fitter, healthier, haven't necessarily lost weight, but you've changed body composition, you feel stronger, you get people who say like, oh, I feel fat, I feel wobbly, okay? You show them how to do some strength exercise, and then all of a sudden they realise they've actually got abs in there, you just can't see them. Everyone's got them, right? You just can't see them. It doesn't matter if you can see them or not. So what happens is, person with a bit of flab around here, a bit wobbly, then starts to feel the abs in there. It doesn't matter that flab's there and it's still a bit wobbly, which we will deal with in the future. However, they can feel the thin person inside because they can feel the strong person inside, in fact. It's not the thin person inside, it's the strong person inside. That's what they can feel, right? Because they can feel that connection, and then that makes them stronger. Makes them be able to walk upstairs, makes me able to walk, 5k, which one of the guys on Strong Dad's been doing. He's been going out walking 5-6k, which he used to be able to do previously. He can now walk upstairs without getting out of breath. He's left a testimonial about this, which you can read in the comments, the reviews, and on the Google reviews as well. So this is all kind of stuff that matters. And it's kind of stuff that you can't see. So if somebody's on a program and they're not necessarily losing weight because they've got a problem with eating, with overeating, which a lot of people have, okay? That's kind of a thing. But it's like, right, let's get you starting to do exercise and just make that a habit. Because if we try to get you to do exercise and stop overeating and eat chicken and broccoli and all that sort of stuff, which I don't get people to do anyway, and all of that, and try and make too many changes, they're just going to implode and then go, right, I'm not doing it anymore, it's too hard. So with a lot of people, it's just like, let's just get you making exercise a habit, doing some simple moves, get you to realise that strong person who's inside, and then we'll work on the rest after that, because then it all becomes easy, because you build that willpower, what do you call it? I've forgotten the word, but you build a kind of a daily routine that you get used to, and then it becomes part of your life, and then you just add other things into it. Okay? So this person who was told you don't look like you've lost any weight, it doesn't matter if they've lost weight or not. Their body composition has changed. You know, they have noticed in themselves. Then they showed me a picture from Facebook from a year ago and said, well, that was me a year ago. And it was like, well, you don't look like that anymore. Exactly. So it's the other person who's trying to put you down and stop you. Steph, exactly, habit. I'll send you a text in a minute, actually. I was in the middle of texting you and I was about to start doing this. But anyway, it's, creating a habit. But this other person is stronger. Their body composition has changed. They have actually, maybe it's not necessarily lost weight, but they've definitely changed shape. But another person can't see it. Okay, and just because another person can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. If you can feel it within yourself, then it is happening. The other person who says, oh, well, you can't see it, the fact that they've said that to your face probably means that they're trying to deal with some of their own shit. Okay, so that's just, this just came out of like, it doesn't wind me up. It might seem like it does on this. It doesn't wind me up. It just concerns me that there's people out there who want to make a positive change, and there's people very close to them, loved ones, friends, family, who can potentially stop them because they're the people who they listen to. Another person who's had a very similar thing happen was told last week in one of the groups, "You're amazing." Okay, you're amazing. That's what this person was told by a couple of people in one of the groups that I run. And on one of the online groups that I run. But this person focused on what was said this week about you don't look like you've lost any weight. That's what they were focusing on, and that's what was at the forefront of their mind. Not last week someone said you were amazing. It's like, oh, I'd forgotten about that. Somebody said I don't look any better than I did previously, which is horrible, quite frankly. But you know, I get it, because some people just aren't. It's not that they're not happy to see others making change, they're just not comfortable with it because it brings it up in themselves. I could do that, but I'm not. And why? And it starts to make people question themselves. So I guess what I'm trying to say is just crack on. Whatever other people say, don't worry about it, because it's not about you, it's about them. So just make it about you, okay? Do you feel better than you did yesterday? Do you feel stronger than you did yesterday? Have you created a new habit over the last few weeks or so to do some exercise, to eat better? Have you started something? Are you going for a walk? Are you doing some gardening? Whatever it is, just crack on, okay? And if someone else says it doesn't look like it's working, but you feel that it is, just acknowledge that they've said that and then forget about it, because it doesn't matter. And it'll piss them right off as well, because you don't react. When you react to it, that's the problem. That's the problem, because then they'll be like, all right, well, at least I can do it and bring them back down to my level. No, just say thank you. Don't necessarily react, and they'll eventually stop. So, exactly. Oh, hello, Sarah. I didn't know you were watching. Yes, exactly. So, anyway, I just thought I'm obviously quite passionate about this sort of thing, because it's like, it's what can stop people. And I see it all the time. With everyone most people who I train get comments from various different people. So anyway, I'm going to stop there because I've gone on for bloody ages. So there you go. Crack on. Forge new habits. Do something positive. Be nice. But I don't have to say that if you're probably watching this, because it's only nice people who watch this, I think. And what was the other one? I can't remember. You know, forge new habits, be nice, yes, and be stronger, fitter, healthier, whatever than you were this time yesterday, and keep doing it. So then if you do that tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, you see what happens, you progress. Excellent. Talk soon.